Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I am here with my 6 layout using the April and May hip kits that I have combined together and I'm using together. So I am using a Kelly Perky sketch for this one and I'm not able to show it to you, but I am using one. It's actually an older one from one of her older classes. I've taken all of her sketchbook classes, guys, and I have all the PDFs printed and put into notebooks. So when I kind of go through slumps or I'm kind of trying to get my groove back or not feeling very motivated, sketches are the one thing that always kind of pulls me out of that. And it really just takes the guesswork out of the creative process, you know. And so I've been doing that a lot lately because I came out of a pretty big slump and these just really got me motivated and gave me ideas and everything. So that's been really wonderful. I'm really glad I've taken all the classes and kept all those sketches. So this page is about some food. Oh my goodness. Oh, that food. So this kit ended up being super perfect for this page because the name of the restaurant that I am documenting here is called Citrus. And we have a lot of the Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss. So it worked out so beautifully. So I used that, I'm using lemon paper. I used the big bold lemons in the background and then the open lemons there as my smaller layering piece. Those are obviously both by Pink Paisley. And I'm doing a little bit of a color blocking here along with the pictures. And I am using that right there is Pink Paisley as well from the same line. And that pink one is too. So all of those are Pink Paisley. And then the gold little striped one is from Webster's Pages. So I'm just cutting all my stuff down to size here. I believe I'm going to outline everything, so I'm getting it all cut down so that I can outline it. Especially the yellow there because it's going to go yellow on yellow, pattern on pattern. So I really needed to make those stand out. So I think I'm using a 0.05 pen. So this one's a thicker one, but I needed it to stand out. So this restaurant is in San Antonio. It's downtown, I think in the Hotel Congress, I want to say, maybe, possibly. It's in a hotel downtown. And we saw it on Food Network, actually, while we were living there. And I was like, ooh, fancy restaurant in a hotel and la la la. So it had always been on my mind, you know, maybe we should go try that. And then I ended up taking Josh there for his birthday one year. I completely surprised him. I made reservations, you know, got the babysitter, and we went, and it was so delicious. Oh my goodness, it was so good. So good that we went back a second time before we moved away. We made sure that we went back. I think we went back for Valentine's Day. I'm pretty positive that happened. But yeah, it was very, very good. And I took some pictures of just kind of our favorite foods there. And I printed those out to, I think those were 3x3s. I think, maybe possibly. I don't remember the exact measurements that actually I'm not 100% positive how big those are, because I think I had printed them out to 4x6, but then I cut them down into squares because they were just big. So the first one up there on top, that is a crab cake. And oh my goodness, you guys, it was so good. It wasn't your typical like fried crab cake, you know. It was just so good. It was like a very loose interpretation of a crab cake, but it was delicious. And then the second one down on the right hand side, I think that was my husband's. He got like I think he got duck or something like that. And then the last one on the bottom there is my dessert, and that is oh my gosh, you guys, that was a croissant bread pudding. I can't even talk about how good it was. It was so delicious. Oh my gosh. Croissants, like, I am there. You could put dirt on a croissant and I would still eat it. Like, I just love them so much. And then, you know, pair it with bread pudding, I'm all over it. It was very, very good. So I took those thickers that came in the kit, and those are from Amy Tangerine, and they are called Alex, A-L-Y-X. These are chipboard, and they are white with a silver foil horizontal stripes all over them. So it was super duper cute. And I thought that that went well with the page. So I just put citrus at the top here. So now I'm going to think about my embellishing, and I have the Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss die cut pack, so that's what I'm going for first because I know I'm going to use a bunch from it. I'm pulling out anything and everything that looks like lemons or citrus or just anything like that. And I'm actually trying not to use absolutely everything because I have another page in mind where I do want to use some things that are kind of like that, like fruity type stuff. So I'm not using absolutely everything, but a lot of things I do use. And I'm going to pull out a wood veneer here because I kind of have this little awkward space. I couldn't get the right size of that paper for some reason. I don't know what happened. My measurements were off a little bit. So I have kind of a little bit of a gap in between the picture and that paper. So I'm just going to cover that up with these two things here. So I'm just kind of placing my stuff and put this here, put this here. I'm going to layer those two circle die cuts up at the top there, and I really like the way that that ends up looking. Going through my things here and trying to figure out what else I'm going to use. I'm going to use that large round wood veneer piece, and it says just plain wonderful, and I'm going to layer that over top one of those lemons because the lemon in that one says pucker up, and I didn't really want that sentiment, so I'm just going to cover that part up. And I went ahead and put that pineapple on top of these two circle lemony die cuts, and I really, really like the way that that turned out. So I just layered them all together, and then I put a staple in between them to hold them together, and I put them on pop dots, and I really think that looks cool. And I have that lemon there that says when life gives you lemonades, or when life gives you lemons, ... And I'm using this Evilicious wood veneer piece. It says love this, and it's pointing towards my dessert because let me tell you, I love it. And at the top around the title there, I have these citrusy die cut pieces, so I'm just going to put those on either side. Kind of have them popping up a little bit, peeking out from the bottom. And I'm going to use these Chickanity puffy stickers, and I'm going to use this awesome and spell that out here right along this pink paper. And then I'm going to use a couple of these gold hearts from Amy Tangerine, and then these numbers that have 1, 2, and 3. And that was all that, you know, those were the only numbers in there. And since I have 3 different pictures of food, I figured that went really well. So I'm going to take advantage of that and use those. And then I used a couple hearts up there around the title as well. And now it's time for my journaling. So this album, or this layout is going to go into my Foodies album. And I had mentioned recently that I was going to do a video showing you how I organize my layouts and, you know, different album themes that I have. And I will do that. I just haven't had a chance to record it yet. So as soon as I get some time, I will make some time and do that so I can show you guys how I kind of separate the themes of my layouts and things like that, because I don't just throw them into any album. I actually have like different albums for different purposes. So I will show you that soon, I promise. I know I said it like a couple weeks ago and I haven't done it yet, but I promise it's on my to-do list. All right, so I went ahead and put that little cluster down up on top there. And I don't think I add anything else. I think that is the layout. Pretty positive. I look at it for a few minutes, but, but I'm really happy with it. So oh yes, I do go ahead and outline the outside of it just to kind of help bring it all together. Especially, I definitely like to do this when I have a pattern paper where the patterns are going off the edges of the paper. It just kind of helps bring your eye into the center. And that completes my layout. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed my process as much as I did. And I will be back again soon with more layouts for you. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.